Leo, hello. This is going to be a reading for January 2022 now. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Hope you guys had a good new moon in Capricorn. And it's Capricorn season, so keep in mind how that energy affects us all as well. Earth energy, feminine earth energy, the sea goat. This is going to be for our lions, okay? Let's see what's going on. What's the present energy for Leo? Okay, walking away. Walking away from things that emotionally do not serve us anymore, things or people. Where'd you guys just come from? What did you guys leave behind, or at least need to leave behind in 2021? Okay, the High Priestess. Now, that could be someone who reflects the High Priestess energy. It could be in terms of yourself. It could be more of a silent attitude. I'll clarify. I just want to keep... Actually, you know what? Let me get two more for that High Priestess. Yeah, that's what I thought with the High Priestess. So, like I said, this could be somebody else in your... Oh, can you even see that? It's the High Priestess energy. It could be Pisces energy. We have the Eight of Swords, which is fast movement or fast communication, but I'm definitely feeling communication because of this Eight of Swords here, which is a brand new thought or idea that came into play, maybe a brand new download. The High Priestess is known to be silent. The High Priestess is known to kind of be blind to things that are in reality or in this matrix, if you will, so they can have a clear sight through their third eye. So there's something that really needs to pop off in terms of communication. Let's get this present energy here for the Eight of Cups. Okay, offer. Walking away from an offer. Okay, so with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, we got heavy water sign energy here. Definitely can do with a Pisces, but when it comes to this offer, this is giving me that you guys are in the energy of no longer taking in opportunities that might emotionally fulfill you, but they don't fulfill you enough. You know? So there's this, in terms of tarot and water, I like to think of it as sometimes you have a small cup of water, a little shot of water. Sometimes you have a full-on waterfall that's never ending. Sometimes people don't offer you the real thing at all in terms of love or emotion. It could be Kool-Aid, it could be milk, it could be shit that's not good for you. And with these two together, especially with the Queen of Cups and walking away, I feel like this has a lot to do with empathy and feeling for others, or dealing with others that are no longer serving you despite the empathy you may have for them. It's like not emotionally serving you. If anything, especially with the Queen of Cups, that's about serving others. And it seems like there's a drop of interest there. What's going on in the environment? Okay, the Knight of Swords. So definitely some information was already given or said by you or maybe another individual of some kind. Again, I feel like that... Okay, with the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck, I feel like that speaks of pain or a feeling of betrayal of some kind. So you or another person is probably feeling a lot of betrayal when it comes to going about the empathetic route. I feel like with a lot of you guys, you're questioning on whether or not you're doing something out of empathy. Am I truly doing this out of empathy? Is it authentic? Or was it for other reasons? Either way, let me get one more for this, leaving in 2021. I have the King of Cups now. Wow. You know, you're coming off as water, Leo. Because I strongly feel like there's a pair. Well, they're showing a pair, a King of Cups and Queen of Cups. But I feel like for you, there has to be a time where you're putting your heart on your sleeve versus you leaving it right where it is in your chest. It's like you can love those and give to those. You can offer your cup to those, but it might not be serving them the way you think it is, or it might not be serving you. It's not in your best interest to give that away. I feel like a lot of you guys are not going to be giving that same kind of emotional empathy. It's not like you don't have empathy for a person or something, or you're going to stop empathizing with this person. I just see you guys no longer doing that. What's coming in the immediate future, at least this month? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Let me get one more on that. Okay. The Hierophant. Commitments. And the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, some of you guys are coming out. I feel like, okay, now I'm getting it. So, the Leo energy is giving me I stay silent to empathize with others, and now I'm not going to be so silent. I'm going to say how it really is, how I really feel. How I really feel. And how I really feel is based off of what I'm thinking, not so much what I'm feeling for you. That's what the Wheel of Fortune is turning around. Because with that Hermit, normally that's staying inward, introspective. But I feel like with the Hierophant upright, a lot of you guys already know where your morals lie, where your values lie, what you really believe in. Whether this is genuinely just your spirit, like what you believe in spiritually, your actual morals and values when yourself, or when it comes to just a situation, like I believe this, I actually don't believe that. And I no longer want to go about the way of empathizing with someone. A lot of you guys are realizing, especially with this Queen of Cups here, and Four of Cups is more of an enabling nature, and a lot of you guys walking away from that and speaking truth. With the Knight of Cups, it's much more authentic, because the Knight of Swords is very impulsive. But when I'm getting it with this is more telling me it's not impulsive as much as it's your first thought, your real thought this time. What is hiding from Leo? Okay, the Three of Cups, a reconciliation of some kind, or a third party. Let me get one more for the hidden. Okay, Ten of Swords. Let me get one more. Jesus. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles. What's hiding? A lot of pain when it comes to a group of some kind. Doesn't have to necessarily be a group, although it is feeling like that. It is feeling a little third party-ish, because I have both of the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. But whether this is between you and two people, or you and one person, or just a group of people, I feel like this is more about how you work with others. And the fact is, I feel like a lot of you guys are realizing how you worked before with others is just not working for you. It leaves you in this space of Ten of Swords. But the 10 is completion. That means it's done. 1 + 0 = 1. We're back to square one. Like I'm going back to the drawing board in terms of how I go about my relationships. That way they are more emotionally fulfilling for me. Muted future, what's hiding? What's the Strength here? Oh, can you even see that? Good Lord. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, good. What is the Strength? Okay, the Death card. Ending. That sounds appropriate. Transitioning. Endings. Get one more here. Five of Swords. No matter what, at all costs. A lot of you guys can be a little bit too much in your head about it, though. Let me see. The Page of Cups. Okay, so the Page of Cups is, young, student, might be immature, considering it's with the cup. I feel like it has a lot to do with relearning how to deal with things emotionally. I feel like a lot of you guys have realized you've been very emotionally... The relationships and how you've been about them before has left you a little bit more emotionally unstable. Like you're not feeling stable emotionally within yourself, just by contributing with people. So that's going to change. I feel like as also with the Five of Swords, that's tit for tat energy, and there's the two people again. So I feel like this has to do with two other people specifically. It's like with the Five of Swords, it can be a little bit of a mind game, a little bit of overthinking, a little bit of feeling like it's like competition, or feeling like, oh, they're doing this because they're against me. That seems to be the big energy here. The Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords here, like, oh, they're against me, they're trying to hurt me. I don't see that as necessarily that. I mean, someone could hurt you without the intentions of hurting you, for sure. But either you or another person is definitely feeling like this was an intentional thing, and that seems to be the motivation, when in reality, I don't think that is what it is. But that is the energy that has got you to the point of the death, of the transition. What's the spiritual guidance for Leo energy? The Emperor. breaking through chains, experiencing. Let's see. Emperor is the king of kings. Equal give and take. There we go. Okay. And the star. This is hopes, wishes, dreams, manifestation. This is also restoration. So I like to see this because especially if this has to do with relationships of any kind. The emperor is the king of kings. And the king and tarot is about mastering everything. If you're the king of pentacles, you've mastered your values and security and your money. You mastered the king of cups is about mastering your emotions. King of swords is about mastering your intellect. And this goes like both ways, understanding other people's emotions, their intellect, their capabilities, their stability, whether they're stable or not. And what's the other one? King of Wands, which is about the stability and maturity of your own actions and the determination of things. It's like the leader of leaders. And with the Six of Cups, that definitely has to do with the equal take relationships within people emotionally. That also speaks of past relationships. This could be through your childhood or any relationship where you have grown with an individual. I'm seeing you more here as this, giving a cup, but it's different now. It's like this is going to be an equal give and take now. Now I'm going to make sure there's equal give and take, because I feel like before, whatever this was, the equal give and take wasn't cutting it. It wasn't working out. It feels like both sides have been left not feeling like it. Like you see the Queen of Cups is giving everything, and this person's like, that's not enough. That's not what I need. And I feel like a lot of you guys realized on your end, it's hard for me to describe it. It's like there's something about not being genuine here, especially with that Five of Swords. It's not like you weren't genuine. It's just not the right reason. Not the right reason. You know, it's good to be led with the heart, and it's good to be led with your mind, but you kind of have to need a balance of both. Otherwise, you're going by things like an extreme, and that's not the way to do things. You want to be balanced. And here, I feel like you're going to be much more balanced in terms of what you give and what you take in relationships as well. What's the most probable outcome for Leo? Oof, that's a lot, child. The first one that fell out is Eight of Pentacles. This is hard work and consistency. Let me put these cards back and see if I can get two others. I feel like this is more about I feel like it's speaking more about being secure within yourself, because before it seems to be relying on just how you feel emotionally when it comes to other people and the satisfaction that you get, realizing that has been fleeting. The cup often is empty on your end, or it's not enough for you. So I feel like now you're learning how to be more self-sufficient and secure within yourself, and in that way you'll be able to give emotionally, like the King, a lot better, you know? Or like the King, you can't even see it. A lot better. And more genuinely. And there's that star, it came out. Restoration. It's to restore things that are lost. I feel like there's a restoration in the Two of Swords, which is a choice I feel like you guys have made, honestly. But I feel like you made it, but it's like how, though? And now we have the Two of Pentacles, which is balancing. It's like, so I see a torn between two different thoughts. It's like, well, it's giving very, it's my fault, but it's not my fault. Like, you believe both, which is fine. Because the star is also, again, you see how there's balance there. One foot on the ground, one foot in the water, giving to the ground, giving to the water. There needs to be a balance. If you're stuck in this two energy, that usually means you need a balance of some kind. Also, with the Two of Swords, it's giving very, I need to cut some people off. Until at least I'm able to do this. Like, I can't talk to this person. I can't be involved in these kind of projects until I can do X, Y, and Z. Until I'm able to be secure within my own self. Why am I... Just, it's giving a little bit of codependency, emotional codependency. Like, that a lot of you guys, if you haven't realized it yet, you're realizing it now. That the empathy and the exchange that you've had because of being empathetic has caused you to be more emotionally codependent. That way, if somebody in this dynamic doesn't do what you like, then there's a lot of hurt and pain. And with that Five of Swords energy, they did this to me on purpose. And I feel like again, it's like you guys have these both minds. It's like, okay, I am being hurt here, but as well, I also kind of understand them, because you still have that empathy as well. It's just bringing more of the mind into it to balance out the heart. Again, the heart right where it belongs, in its chest, not on the sleeve where anybody can just take. Or you just give so willingly. Some people don't ask for that. I'm going to clarify some things. Although, if I'm being honest, I feel like I got the message. I want to clarify this hidden energy here with the dynamic. Okay, the Magician. So, this being what's hiding from you, I feel like, and the Magician is like free will. You're able to use all four elements and able to manifest what you desire. This is speaking of some self-accountability, knowing there's both sides need to have self-accountability in terms of what they did. It's like realizing what your part is in a situation. Like, how did I contribute to my own hurt and pain by doing this? The Empress. Okay. So that could be mother energy, mothering others. Also, I feel like I feel like there was like an over mothering of other people without considering mothering yourself. This is also about self-esteem as well. A lot of things when it comes to self-esteem, I feel like there's been too much power on what others do for you that plays a part in your self-esteem, and that's the reason why it was vulnerable to be put in this situation. Let me get one more, please. Okay, the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords here and now we got the Two of Wands. So we got 222 on the board. The Queen of Wands is giving, with the Empress and the Queen of Wands, it's giving me I'm super, super giving, or I'm really, really cold and I don't give a shit. And that's what I feel like this juggling is. It's like I'm super giving to giving, not really honest, because I want to be emotionally accepted. I want to be accepted for what I give emotionally, or it's like I don't really give a shit. I'm cold. I don't give a F about that. It's all about me. There's a balance here. And I feel like a lot of you guys feel like you need to make a choice. And that's where I feel like that Ten of Swords comes in, because Ten of Swords is like when you feel like you have so many thoughts and there's nowhere you could go, or you feel like you've expanded on all that pain. It's just you can do nothing but lay there in that pain. And I don't think that's true necessarily. I feel like there is a call for balance. Hence also why we're going from the 2s from the 3s here is what's hidden from you. There's a balance in relationships. There's a balance of how you contributed. There's a balance of how other people contribute and how they take from you as well. But ultimately, everybody, whoever is involved, needs to understand the part that they play. And yes, you can say, oh, this person has taken advantage of my vulnerability. They've taken advantage of this. They don't understand this. They are insensitive to me, or they're not gentle enough with me. But there also needs to be a taking accountability of how much vulnerability you give, especially when it's a codependency thing and you're relying on them in order to be vulnerable rather than being strong within yourself, which is something I see you working on, in order for you to have the ability to be humble, not humble, but vulnerable, because you are strong and secure within yourself. Does that make sense? Let me get the Strength here. No, this was what's coming. Actually, let me get that what's coming here. The Hierophant. Okay, Knight of Wands. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be a lot more authentic and, in a sense, impulsive. When I get that Knight of Wands, that's impulsive on the things you do. And there's that King of Cups now. There's that emotional balance. The mastery of emotions, the mastery of being able to read. It's emotional intelligence. It's the epitome of emotional intelligence. But being able to stand by yourself in the Tower. So you're realizing a lot of things ain't going to stand. How you used to do things ain't going to stand no more. What you've allowed others to do in your life are not going to stand anymore. I just feel like a lot of you guys are realizing, I don't know if I'm going to say this the right way, but where your weaknesses are. Because in the sense, knowing your weaknesses in itself is a strength, right? Because it's like, it calls for being humble. It calls for being humble, where it's like, okay, I left myself way, way open for this person or these people. And in reality, I need to take some time to have much more care on myself. I'm not quite ready to be this open. I'm not quite ready to be this giving. I'm not quite ready to be this supportive when I don't really feel that support coming back to me, and in reality it's like this, whatever this is, the support you were looking for in others, you were supposed to give yourself in the first place. This is about to be a mess. Six of Cups. This is the ending. I was talking about the ending of a relationship. And the Sun, things coming to light. And the Queen of Pentacles. There's somebody really understanding their own security, their own stability, their own strength, their morals, and their values. And as well as with this Queen of Pentacles, their expectations. They're realizing that they have expectations and other people or this person has expectations as well. So how the relationship dynamic has been needs to die with the Death card. That way we can reestablish, because with that Sun, a lot of things had came to light in terms of what is to be expected on both parties. Okay, and there's my King of Wands, which is about being determined. That's that Leo energy. A lot of you got in then strength, which is courage. A lot of you guys are being a lot more courageous about who you are and how you go about things. A lot of you guys, I feel like, at least maybe not in a general sense, but when it comes to a particular person, place, or thing, you want it to come off a lot more empathetic and a lot more giving, like a caregiver, than I feel like you actually are or are able to. In this sense, because there's a lot of things, who you're giving this energy or what you're giving this energy to, a lot of you guys are realizing you need to give it to yourself and work on that for yourself. And that's the reason why things fell apart the way they did, and why things were, you got hurt, and why you needed to walk away from certain things. And that's when the Wheel of Fortune is upright. Yes, I feel like before it's in reverse. I feel like because that's right now, that's things stop coming at a standstill, because there is going to be a lot more of practice in terms of what you believe for yourself and everything else. When you guys have done all the work of restoring yourselves and really deciding the kind of actions you want to take, deciding the kind of thought processes and the way you want to communicate with others, when that's fully restored, then that's going to go upright, and you're going to have a lot more courage when it comes to having more genuine relationships, being more genuine and being able to take genuinity. Is that a word? Genuinity? Genuineness. You'll be able to take people being more genuine, because also I feel like people being genuine, that honesty could be very painful when you are giving something, when you're not being honest yourself, and someone's being really bluntly honest, it could be very painful. It can be very painful. And I feel like there has a light to come to that. Okay, so I'm realizing, why am I upset? And they're just being honest. Maybe I haven't been as honest. I thought they were going to, tiptoe around me because of my emotions the way I do for them, and they're not doing that. So a lot of you guys are looking, well, you know what? Maybe I need to be doing that too, actually. And that's when, again, this Ace of Cups, this brand new love, a brand new cup in relationships. This also could speak of self-love, but again, you can't really give anybody anything to drink unless you are drinking from something yourself and replenishing it yourself. So let me get some tea leaves and then we'll be done. Coins, money will be coming to you. Good luck. Fair woman, dealings a relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. This could be in reference to somebody you're talking about. Also, when I get fair woman, I think literally of the word fair, like someone being fair. Fair to yourself and fair to others. Boat, money or property due an inheritance, winning, or a windfall. Lots of money and luck. So if this is a very literal reading, this might have to do with your career as well and what's emotionally, fulfilling toward you. Otherwise, I feel like this is more about the abundance you can have in terms of the relationships with people as well as with yourself. Shield, you need to defend yourself. There it is. Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. And then victory in some endeavor. Again, I just feel like that further clarifies what I've been saying all along. With the shield and being able to defend yourself, I feel like, again, that speaks of... Again, being able to be vulnerable because you're already standing strong within yourself. I feel like with being vulnerable, despite the person, whether the person is inherently toxic or there was just happened to be a situation that didn't feel so hot, felt low vibrational or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? When you stand strong within yourself, being vulnerable to people is not going to hurt the way it is. I feel like it was a risky game before, and now I feel like, or also what I'm getting to is that feeling risky cutting certain people off. Maybe you don't want to leave that job. Maybe you don't want to leave this person. Maybe you had this job for a long time. Maybe you were with this person for a long time. But either way, this is the way it has to go, or else this relationship or any other relationship, this job or any other job, just won't be an authentic one. I feel like you guys are over that. Okay, a butterfly, a change for the better. Literally, I just said that. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys are in that caterpillar phase right now, growing into that next phase, and able to be strong within yourselves, emotionally secure, focusing on your self-esteem, focusing what is good for you, what is not good for you. Not everything is good for you. Not every way of speaking is good for you. Not everybody speaks the same love language. Not everybody's going to communicate like you. I feel like there has to be an understanding. And what I'm getting from, it's not saying it here, but let me just say this. To a butterfly, right? You're not going to do things like a tiger. You're not going to do things like another particular kind of animal. Meaning, some things are in your nature and some things are in somebody else's nature. Just because they are out of your nature does not mean they are unnatural. Just because it is not healthy for you doesn't mean it is unhealthy. And a lot of you guys are going to realize that as well. That's where you're going to realize that's what your empathy should have been expanding to. Not by bending to them, not by molding yourself to them, not by dimming yourself down for them. And if that means the dynamic of the relationship needs to change, even if it means that it needs to end, well, so be it. So, I'll get some angel cards and then we'll wrap it up. You get 3. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. That's speaking on what I just said in terms of natural and unnatural. A lot of you guys need to need to really reevaluate what's natural for you, reevaluate your morals, your values, your love language, and start to search for people around that, or start to search for connections where you can connect with people where you have likeness, instead of trying to bend yourself when you are not like. It's unnecessary compromise. You know what I mean? There's compromise in terms of understanding and being empathetic, but then there's where you're compromising yourself to just past what you can do naturally and expecting that for others. You're longing for home. Home is within, not through other people and what they can do for you and how they can make you feel emotionally. Don't dim in to fit in. I just said that. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I won't elaborate on that. Rewind if you need to get that answer, because that's what I was just talking about. Starseed, what lights you up? And then at the bottom, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I feel like all of that is just confirming what I just said. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you did like it. Let me know. And yeah, until next time. Peace out.